Let's deal with it. Let's deal with it. This is Left Side of the Brain. How y'all doing? I'm inspired to do another video, so let's get right into it. You know, looking at the news and looking at the headlines, and you know, it's a lot of bizarre, weird things taking place in this world today. And you know, I have to address it. The latest report in the news, I don't know how much you all keep up with current events, but I saw a story about an 11-year-old drag queen. This male child, he is 11 years old, and his parents endorses him to dress like a female. He even performed at a gay nightclub in New York City on a catwalk stage, dressed up like a female and dancing. He has appeared on morning talk shows. You know, the left, you know, those talk show hosts who support the leftist agenda, which is really a part of the enforcement of the human prison bar agenda. The leftists, they support the organic portal realm, and they are the ones who push all of the things that go against what we speak about. They create the construct in society that attacks anybody who speaks the truth, anybody like myself who speak out about what's taking place. So as the story goes, you have this 11-year-old kid. He's a male, and his parents allow him to do this. And I've seen him being interviewed, and the person that's interviewing him, of course, it was a female, and she was saying things like, you know, like talking to him like, you know, general questions. Like, you know, he was like, I like to play with trains when I'm not doing drag. And the audience started laughing, and before he is seated, he comes out this grand entrance, you know, and he's rolling all across the stage and dancing and drag. Now, mind you, this is an 11-year-old kid. You see, and he has nothing. He don't know anything about sexuality at that age. You see, these things were implanted into this child. You see, this whole system is designed to attack you from the womb. From the womb, they will attack you, and they nurture you to come up with this anti-right mentality, and they turn you to this leftist type of individual. And don't confuse Left Side of the Brain with the leftist agenda, because there is a bit of subliminal attack within that as well. They want to pervert the left side, logical side of the brain, and call it the leftist agenda. You see, everything in this world is designed to pervert what is right. They try to go against the system of everything that is right. So in part, today's video is about the homosexual agenda. I did a few videos in the past about this, but I wanted to retouch on this subject because since that time, I have gained more insights into the subject matter. Now, let's look at homosexuality from a physical standpoint. I thought about it. You know how they say, like, your sexuality is a choice, and people are born homosexuals, and you can decide whether or not you want to be gay or not. But see, this is the thing. Homosexuality is like shaking your fist in the face of God and spitting up at God and telling him, sticking your middle finger up at God and telling him that you can do whatever it is you want to do, regardless of what you were designed to do. This whole homosexual thing goes totally against nature itself. They want to pervert the children. They want to pervert our intelligence. They're creating all of these different terminologies. Like, now they got a thing where gender morphism, all of these different terms they making and creating all of these different phobia words. So if you don't like what's taking place, they can make you look like a bigot or something, and then they'll tag you with a phobia name. Oh, he's just a transgender phobic. They'll create any kind of word that if you go back years prior, 50 years back, you don't even see these words in a dictionary because they creating things as they go along. You see? And looking at it from a physical standpoint, let's just take the argument for argument's sake. Now, you say that you can be born to do whatever you want to do, right? Now, when you look at the human body, it's comprised of organs. Now, you think about an organ as an instrument. What does an organ is a part of a symphony. You can have an organ, you can have a cymbal section, you can have a trumpet section, you can have a trombone section. Any other instruments you can think of, put it in the comment section. But you can have all of these different instruments which would make up the orchestra, right? Now, the orchestra is conducted by the maestro, right? So the maestro is the man. He has he has those two, I don't know the name of them, but he has those two things in his hand and he's conducting the musicians, right? And they create beautiful music, right? You know why they create beautiful music? Because everybody is playing in rhythm. Everybody is in sync and they're creating beautiful music. Now, just imagine if everybody in that orchestra wanted to play any kind of way they wanted to play. What would happen? That orchestra would turn into a cacophony. All type of sounds and violin, high pitches, all out of order, and it'll just be horrific to listen to. You would close your ears like this because it wouldn't make no sense to your mind. It wouldn't put you in a relaxed state. It wouldn't sound beautiful, right? Now, look at it like that, and you can also look at it like this. When something is out of order, it creates what? Confusion. Just like in the example of the orchestra I gave. But look at it like this. If your body, the organs in your body, that's why I use that example about the organs in the sense of a orchestra. Now look at your body. Now your body is a microcosm of the macrocosm. It's a microcosm of the macrocosm, meaning it is a smaller scale representation of the greater universe that surrounds it, right? So look at it like this. Every organ in your body is a part of a symphony that God created. And each organ and every cell is under divine order from God. And let's just say, for instance, if your organs in your body had the ability to choose whether or not they wanted to operate as they were designed. Let's just say one day your heart said, I don't think I was created to be a heart. I think I want to be a lung today. And your heart stopped beating like it was designed to beat. What would happen to you? What if your lungs said, I don't want to be a lung today. I don't want to breathe and inhale and exhale and send oxygen through the blood to the brain. What would happen to you? What if your eyes said, I don't want to be eyes today. I was created to be eyes, but I don't want to see. I want to hear. I just feel like ears stuck inside of eyes. And you just went blind. What if your hands said, I'm not hands, I am feet. I am no longer hands, I am feet. What would you be doing? You will be walking on your hands in a handstand. So you see, when you break the order of the way things were designed to be, you have stepped over into evil and chaos. You see, you have, and this is where they are leading this world to, into chaos and total defiance against divine order. You see? And I gave the example before. What if animals in nature decided, if they was as crazy as us, which they are not, and that can be a whole nother video, but what if, just for the sake of what we're saying, animals in nature decided to go off and do their own thing? What would McDonald's do? They would be out of beef to sell. Because the cows would say, moo, I no longer want to be a male cow. I don't want to sleep with a female cow. So there would be no more little cows born to go into the slaughterhouse to create hamburgers for you to eat. What if fish started operating against nature and stopped doing what they was designed to do? Do you think them people in the left, you think they would say, oh, it's nothing wrong in nature? The animals are just doing what who said they have to be a male cow? You think they would say that? No, they would be like, it's a global pandemic in nature that has the animals acting insane. Something is wrong. Scientists all over the world would be trying to figure out what was taking place. They wouldn't say it was a freedom of choice then. They would recognize it's a problem. Because at that point, it would not benefit them. So what does that tell you? This homosexual thing, it benefits them. Even though it don't benefit the minds of what is right. But it benefits the evil side, the evil order that goes against divine order. You see? And that's what their whole thing is about. They just want to go against everything that's right. And they want to call right wrong. And they want to call wrong right. That's what it's all about. And then if you speak out against it, you are wrong for doing the right thing. That's another part of what this human prison bar system is about. They want to make us second guess ourselves and have us thinking that is something wrong with us. They want us to go crazy for speaking up for what is right. And logic. Remember, I did a video, Logic Killers? That's what the left is about. That's what human prison bars are about. They are logic killers. They want to kill the logic in your brain. And remember we did a video about morality? And morality is only something that benefits their cause. So, according to divine order, it is immoral to practice homosexuality. But that benefits the divine order. We would say that's moral. But to them, immoral is moral because it benefits them. This type of teaching on the left side of the brain channel, it does not benefit them. So according to them, this is what I'm doing right now. this is considered a crime. So before they even try to flag me, I want everybody listening to this to say that left side of the brain is exercising his freedom of speech. I have not called anybody a name. I didn't call nobody the F word. I didn't call nobody any kind of word outside of their name or anything. I didn't tell nobody to go attack homosexuals because you know what they would try to do. So I need the Jaguars to petition and back me up in the comment section. You can word it any kind of way that you feel fit that will, eliminate them from trying to do anything. Because we don't do that. We don't attack people. I'm just saying what is right. Right is right. Wrong is wrong. I'm exercising my freedom of speech. And you see, morals fly out the window in the case of that 11-year-old. That's a form of child abuse, having a 11-year-old kid on the stage dressed up in drag, messing with a child's mentality about sexuality. And you can't tell me that at 11 years old, a child knows anything about sexuality and deciding whether or not he wants to be a female or not. Because at that age, a little boy is not thinking like that. That's something that has been implanted in him from corrupted adults who have been already corrupted. So nobody can tell me that a child came up with that. No child came up with dressing drag. No 11-year-old child came up with that. So we already know where that perversion came from. Some adult who was perverted in their mind and they passed it down to their child. This is part of the reason why I say don't even have babies. Now y'all see why, because look at the type of world we living in. It's not fit for life forms anymore. It's not fit for children. I mean, you can do what you want to do, but I don't want to have no children. Not in a world like this. You can decide to do what you want to do, but I'm saying for me, I don't think this world is fit for life. Look what I have to deal with in my day-to-day life just because I know the truth. You become punished for knowing the truth in this world. And they think they're going to get away with it, but they're not. They're not going to get away with it. Because when things in nature go haywire, the body itself goes haywire. Just like I said, if the heart decided not to operate like it was designed and said, I don't want to be a heart, I want to be a lung, and it stopped pumping blood, what would happen to the body? The body would die. Now remember I said the body is a microcosm of the macrocosm. Now, the same can be said with the homosexual movement. And this is how you know that we are at the end of the world. We are at the end times because the system is deciding that a male doesn't want to be a male and a female doesn't want to be a female. And that's a clear sign that the system that we're living in is about to die. I'm telling you, and all of the people who support it, they're about to be eliminated by the divine order. It ain't me doing it. They doing it to themselves. Because you cannot go against divine order and think that you're going to remain in this world doing whatever you want to do. You're not. Now, whether people want to agree with it or not, there is a such thing as right and wrong. There is a God. There is a God. There is a true God that controls all of this. And we living inside of this world that he created. Now, yes, this is a spinoff from the great falling away, but yet and still some of us have some of that DNA material from the umbilical cord when we was ripped from the world that was before this world. So you can say that this is God's creation in a fallen state, and we are fighting to get out of that which is in the falling state that's trying to keep us in the fallen state. So that's the spiritual war that I'm speaking of. That's the fight, the constant tug of war that's taking place for your lives. Now, what's at stake in this world is your decision to decide what is right and what is wrong. So if they can get you into saying things like, oh, it's okay to do what that kid was doing. Oh, it's okay. That means they have you. You have already been defeated. Once they get you like that and they have your mind confused like that, you already been eliminated. That means the devil already has you in his pocket. And you will be counted as one of the spiritually dead. This is why I do this channel, because I know nobody else on YouTube is bringing it like this. People want to sugarcoat it. They don't want to go deep into it. But that's why you found the Left Side of the Brain channel. Because we peel away every layer and we get to the nitty gritty of it and what it's about. So stay tuned in the divine order. Don't ever second guess what you know to be right. I know I'm talking to somebody right now. Don't second guess what you know to be right. Don't get weak because your friends may ridicule you. Let this video be your conscience. Use the examples I gave in this video the next time you get in an argument with somebody about the homosexual movement and the transgender movement. Use the examples I used in this video. Share this video. Let your friends see it if they got something to say about what you're saying. But never get weak and never fall short of what you know to do right. And with that, I'm going to end this video. This is Left Side of the Brain, signing out.